the beginning of mass broadcast media, the only way to monetize a parasocial relationship was through advertising and selling products. The relational appeal of Johnny Carson or Mary Tyler Moore created a bridge to sell more soap, cereal, or home appliances. The possibility of interaction with these celebrities was not an option. It was possible to send fan mail to the Beatles, but not to follow them on Twitter. I grew up in the 90s, and the same was true. At that time, superstars were broadcasted around the world, but not on the internet. For myself, people like Britney Spears, NSYNC, and Beyonce might as well have lived on another planet. Obviously, I would never meet or interact with these people. Besides an album once a year and an interview on MTV, ironically called All Access, there was really no way to access celebs. They lived inside a Sarah McLachlan mystery. But something was on the horizon to give viewers more, to make them feel like they really knew the people they watched on TV. On May 31st, 2000, CBS debuted a brand new TV format that promised an experience unlike any other: reality television. The name of their hit show was Survivor, and it promised viewers the chance to see an unscripted and unedited story about a group of castaways competing for the grand prize, $1 million. Survivor led to an explosion in the format. Christopher Wilson writes, "Scholars and critics attribute the success of reality programming to two factors. It fills the television industry's need for cheaper, easier to produce programming. And it has become popular, some would argue an addiction, among the core viewers who matter most to advertisers." A survey conducted for American demographics in 2001 found that 45% of all Americans watched reality television programs, and that a large percentage of 18 to 34-year-olds, a market segment coveted by advertisers, was tuning in regularly. Although the concept had been shown before in films like The Truman Show and EdTV, and tested in the MTV docuseries The Real World, viewers had never been able to watch someone being filmed 24/7. It was entirely unfiltered, or at least presented that way. The success of Survivor led to an explosion of shows with similar formats on almost every channel. Some shows like The Simple Life or Hogan Knows Best merely followed around wealthy celebrities who went about their daily activities. Other shows like The Bachelor, The Apprentice, and Big Brother involved getting a group of strangers together to compete for some sort of prize. Of all the reality television shows, Big Brother offered an experience most similar to The Truman Show. Taking its name from George Orwell's novel 1984, Big Brother promised the cameras were always watching, a true fly-on-the-wall experience. The truth, though, was that calling these shows reality was a pretty big stretch. Audiences didn't catch on to the charade for a few years. It's hard to explain what it was like back then, but I remember watching the first episode of The Simple Life, believing it was totally real, and that Paris Hilton truly did not know what Walmart was. Eventually, audiences saw behind the curtain and started to lose interest in scripted reality. They wanted real, unfiltered content. That's how the failed promise of reality TV and shows like Big Brother inspired a young internet entrepreneur and Yale graduate, Justin Kahn, to DQ something different. And I'll explore that in the next episode. Check out part 3 as we explore live streaming, Internet 2.0, and the rise of the micro-celebrity. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit me up in the comment section below.